Hey everyone, welcome to the Pampered Chef Test Kitchen. I'm really happy to be here with you today because it's back to school, right? Back to school, back to reality, back to the routine, which can mean dinner time can become quite a routine, boring, a chore. You might just have your same old that you have in rotation. But I'm here today to show you 3 sheet pan chicken meals that are really gonna spice up your dinner routine. They're simple, easy, healthy, and I love them. So, the first one is a spinach and chicken feta recipe that's in our new Season's Best. And we felt a lot of love from this recipe from people out there that are making it. So I decided to show people how to make this and then 2 really simple and fun variations of this recipe too, just to show you that there's a simple formula when it comes to sheet pan meals and it's easy and fun. So I love sheet pan meals because I make them here in the test kitchen. I also make them at home because putting them together is a cinch, and then cleanup is easy, and I can go do something while they're in the oven, right? I don't have to stand and stir. I can throw in a load of laundry, I can give my son a bath, and then I get that time back. So we are gonna be doing a giveaway during this Facebook Live. So be sure to stay tuned. I will tell you a little bit what it is, but stay tuned and be sure to comment. Tell me if you have made the spinach and feta chicken and what you love about it, because I'd love to hear. So let's get started with the spinach and feta. This is super easy and I love how it looks. It's very beautiful. So all we have here is 4 chicken breasts, boneless, skinless chicken breasts here. And I have a mixture of just some thawed spinach, feta, and salt and pepper right here that I've already topped 2 of them. I'm gonna go ahead and just top the other 2. So I love roasting chicken because it stays really moist and juicy in the oven. And it's a pretty foolproof way to do chicken instead of just standing. And you know, summertime is ending, so to take cooking outside, inside, you know, we're not really grilling anymore. This is a good way to sort of get back in the kitchen if you're used to being outside and grilling. So all I'm gonna do is just top that and then I'll flatten it out a little bit. So this mixture really adds a lot of flavor to your chicken. The feta kind of melts, and of course spinach is loaded with lots of nutrients like iron. So I'm just gonna flatten this out. Very, very easy. Very simple. And when I was creating this recipe, I was just trying to think, everybody loves chicken, right? What are ways to just spice it up? You know, it's all in the presentation. Of course, it's all in the taste too, but this is just a really colorful, beautiful way to spice up your chicken. You can do this with chicken thighs too. Again, if you love this recipe, I'd love to hear from you guys. So all you do now is just top with some tomatoes. I have very thinly cut tomatoes that I cut with my simple slicer on the number 2 setting. Now this would probably take 20 minutes to cut all these tomatoes. Look at how beautiful and easy it is with our simple slicer. And I also cut our potatoes as well. Potatoes can take a while in the oven, but the thinner you cut them, much, much faster they're gonna cook. So,
Sandy, Lisa says that looks so delicious.
Yes,
right?
And I'm telling you, my kids actually eat it, so I can tell you firsthand.
And Emily says you're making me hungry.
Yes, that's why we do this at lunchtime. Come on, don't you guys know by now? So I'm just going to sprinkle, this is just panko with a little bit of our Greek rub to give it some flavor and just a little bit of texture and crunch.
Brenda wants to know, where's the recipe for this?
Oh, okay, so thank you, Brenda. This is in our new fall winter Season's Best, which is all dedicated to one-pot meals, and then there's a whole chapter on sheet pan meals. So you can buy that for $2. And this is also online, the recipe. So now I'm just gonna add my potatoes. The recipe calls for B-size red potatoes. I actually messed up and just got russet potatoes, but they will work just as well. I actually really love the red potatoes, but these are just fine. So you wanna-
Amanda says she had this last night. It was really good.
No way! There is a quick tzatziki sauce recipe for this recipe that is also really delicious. Just Greek yogurt, cucumber, dill. Everybody likes to make fun of me that all my recipes have Greek yogurt, but I'm Greek. What can I say? I have to pay homage to my Greekness. So as you can see, you really want to get these in an even layer. If there's some overlapping, it's no big deal, but this is the best way that they're going to cook, is if they're nice and even. So beautiful.
Sandy, Natalie wants to know, would this recipe go well with the Mediterranean diet?
Totally. Yeah, why not? You could even do it with sweet potatoes like I'm going to show down there, which are a little bit more nutrient dense than regular potatoes. They have more potassium, packed with fiber. I also have seen people post this in hashtag like clean eating. So I love it. It's healthy without kind of being in your face healthy, because you know your family's going to eat it too. So I'm just going to pop this in the oven. And guess what we have? Magic of TV. This is what it looks like all finished. So when you're cooking chicken anytime, whether it's in the oven, on the grill, wherever it is, I really recommend that you temp your chicken so that it's not a guessing game. Chicken comes in all different kinds of thicknesses and sizes. So I really recommend that you go ahead and temp in the thickest part of your chicken. This has been sitting for a while, but you want to get it to about 165 to make sure that it's safe. So how beautiful.
Leslie wants to know, do the juices from the chicken prevent the potatoes from getting crispy?
No, not at all. You know what I did? I like to just take a paper towel, and just dab the chicken a little bit, because sometimes these chicken breasts can be really wet. But no, not at all. Look at how crispy. Look at that. It even becomes a little bit like a chip the thinner that you cut your potatoes. So good question. All right. So let's talk about a little variation of the spinach and feta chicken. This one, I'm going to show you how to broil. When I was prepping for these recipes, I realized some people get a little confused about broiling, and that's okay. I want to kind of set the record straight. So broiling is direct heat, and a broiler can go up to 550 degrees Fahrenheit, which is super hot. It is like a hot blast of heat. So it's great for melting, for toasting things. Most people have a broiler that's either at the top of their oven or that's underneath like a pull-out drawer underneath the main chamber of the oven. So first things first, make sure you know where your broiler is. That's a great one. And then most broilers have a setting of either high or low. Get to know your broiler. It's really easy to overdo it. I'm going to do high on this one. So I'm just going to go ahead before I forget. I'm topping with a little marinara sauce. So this is chicken breast seasoned with our sweet basil rub, and then some zucchini cut with our quick slice, just seasoned with salt and pepper. Nice even layer. And I'm going to top with some shredded mozzarella cheese. And I'm telling you, this is going to happen fast. Look at how delicious this is. So as you can see, just topping your chicken with different things can give you a whole new take on dinner. So let's pop this in there. Oops. Another tip, make sure that your oven rack is about 2 to 4 inches from the heat source. So I'm just gonna So this recipe took about 20 to 25 minutes, just like this one, to get it done.
So Emily says she's never used her broiler.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry to call you out, Emily.
That's okay. And I don't know if I mentioned, make sure most ovens have a high or a low setting. So that's really it. There's not that much that goes into it, just high or low. Mine, I think you click 1 for high, 2 for low, and it's super, super easy, especially for melting cheese. And another thing I love it for is browning something like panko. So this was under the broiler for just a couple minutes too, or else your panko's not gonna get this beautiful brown color. Isn't it lovely? Okay. So I just want to bring out, while that's boiling, I want to bring out my season's best really quickly to talk to you a little bit about our one pot meals, because we are going to be selecting 10 lucky viewers today to give away the season's best. So just at random, and make sure you comment, because we'll select from people who comment. Lots of amazing things. Oh, I opened it right to our spinach and feta chicken. So beautiful. We have recipes for our skillet, Dutch oven. We have some soups for slow cooker. And then we have some deep covered baker, like our beef and broccoli meatballs. So please comment because you will be the lucky winner of this. I'm very excited for you. So I'm just going to take a quick peek over here before I move on. Oh, we're close. We're super close.
We actually have some fans sharing thoughts about the broiler, and they're saying, make sure you watch that broiler.
Watch the broiler. I may or may not have almost started a small fire in the test kitchen. I'm honest. The other day I was trying to broil like some pita chips, and oh my gosh, you think that you're going to remember, but you're not going to. So last but not least, I'm going to check this in 30 seconds. This is something that I do at home. It's super easy. This is some barbecue chicken with sweet potatoes and broccoli. So the last recipe, we talked a little bit about broiling. I want to talk to you about roasting vegetables and kind of the trick to roasting vegetables. And it's not hard at all. So the first things first is you want to oil them. This is really important, but you don't want to oil it so much that you have puddles of oil on your pan. You want to oil it so that your food is really glistening. 1 to 2 tablespoons is a good rule of thumb. And you want, this oil is going to not just help it crisp up and brown, but it helps it taste good. So you want to use a nice olive oil or a flavor oil that you really find delicious. I'm a huge, huge fan of roasted vegetables. You can roast any type of vegetable pretty much, right? And you don't need a recipe. It's just a great way to breathe new life into your dinner. What else do I want to say? You also want to make sure even layer so that everything cooks. Oh, thank you very much. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful with the mozzarella. Got a nice little assistant here, and I'm just going to top it with some fresh basil from our herb mill. Look at that. Come on. Your kids are going to be like, Mom, are you serious? Gorgeous. Seriously, about 30 minutes to make this meal. How can you not love that? Okay. So I think I told you everything. You want to keep it about 425 when you roast vegetables too until they get tender, and you want to see, look at this. This is my favorite part. These little brown bits are what taste so good on roasted vegetables. So you want to make sure you're getting that slight browning on your food because that is what's so yummy. Beautiful. So because chicken breasts can be a little boring, like I've mentioned, I'm going to take this to another level and just chop up my chicken right over here with my salad choppers and turn this into one of those bowls. You've seen a lot of like dinner bowls or Buddha bowls, they're called, where everything is just presented in a bowl in a really pretty way and it makes everything really nice and appetizing. So these are just my salad choppers. Just a fun way to spin your dinner time routine. Chop it really nice. And then you have all types of garnish. I feel like sheet pan meals are also a great way to do meal planning because they're so easy. You can just make a few sheet pan meals on a Sunday and then portion everything out for the meal for the week. All right, that looks pretty good. I think. I hope you guys are commenting to win your season's best.
Yeah, so we have actually a question from Lori. She wants to know, what did you put on the zucchini? Is there any garlic powder on it?
You know, I did salt and pepper for all these, but it's really up to you. Because I have rubs on the chicken, I wanted to go a little bit simple with the vegetables, but you can do garlic, you can do the rubs on the vegetables, but I love salt and pepper. It really brings out the flavor of the vegetable, and just a little bit.
Yeah. Regina says she throws dinner into the oven and then helps her 5-year-old with her homework.
Oh my gosh, I feel you. I do the same thing.
And Natalie says roasted broccoli is my favorite.
Oh my gosh, right? Cauliflower, bell peppers. I mean, it goes on and on. How beautiful is that? And then I just have some garnishes. Let's see. I don't know what you guys would put on this, but I have some cheddar cheese you can top it with. Maybe some cilantro. I think this is going to be my lunch.
We had somebody already say Sarah was asking if we're going to top those veggies with cheese. So
of course.
Here, Sarah.
Of course, you guys know what this is. A little bit of Greek yogurt or sour cream. I can't help it. It's just so versatile. You know, we had some coleslaw in the kitchen, so I thought, why not put a little side of coleslaw? So look at that. It's taking your chicken breasts to a whole new level just with your sheet pan.
We have a question about the chicken in the zucchini dish. Was that chicken pre-cooked or did it cook at the same time?
Cooked at the same time as the zucchini. That's what's so great, is after you make these a couple times, you'll really understand what vegetables pair well together. Zucchini cooks a little bit faster than a potato or a broccoli, but as you see, you're still getting these beautiful, I mean, how delicious is that gonna be? Delicious.
Awesome. We're getting a couple of comments that my family or my husband would love that.
I am so glad. I hope you guys really learned something new and you realize that these sheet pan meals can be done so easily and chicken is not boring. Again, you can find the chicken and feta recipe on Season's Best, and on our webpage. And I would love for you all to try any of the Pampered Chef recipes, including the ones in Season's Best. Post them to Instagram with hashtag #HowIPamperedChef, because I might lay in bed sometimes searching How I Pampered Chef, so I see what you guys are making. No, seriously, I do. But if you do that, we might give you a shout out at our next Facebook Live. So thanks, everybody. Hope you have a great weekend.
And we will be looking through the comments
Yes.
quickly and randomly selecting 10 winners. So stay tuned in the next 5 or 6 minutes. We'll be announcing who the winners were.
Yes, stay tuned. Enjoy.